I'd like to welcome everybody here and everybody at home watching on the local cable network. In accordance with the governor's designation for COVID, we have adhered to all the guidelines in spacing and safety. We'll start with the roll call.
Becker?
Here.
McMahon?
Here.
O'Flaherty?
Here.
Klein?
Yes, here.
Doe? Wright? Chair Maxwell?
Here.
We have a quorum. 5 present.
We'll move to the approval of the last minutes.
We'll do the approval of the agenda first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me slide down. Move for the approval of the agenda.
I move approval.
Moved by Klein,
Second.
seconded by O'Flaherty. Move for the approval of the minutes.
Voice vote. All those in favor?
Oh, I'm sorry, voice call. Yeah. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Move to the approval of the minutes. Any additions or deletions?
It read fine to me. I move that we approve the minutes.
Moved by Becker,
Second.
seconded by Klein. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. So moved. First item of business we have is a public hearing. I'll ask for the staff report.
Let's do public participation for items not on the agenda first.
Oh, okay. I apologize. It's not on the agenda for today, though, correct? Or I mean, for this motion, for the vote. Is there public participation?
Next item on the agenda is public participation for items not on the agenda, so
Oh, okay.
there's nobody
Fine.
here for that. So we can move to the first public hearing under new business, or the only public hearing, and if you want to read that,
Sure.
yeah, go ahead.
Petition by Kelly and Natalia Deal for approval of zoning, a zoning map amendment to the TFR, two-family residential district, to the LC, light commercial district for the property located at 822 East Lincoln Highway. And with that, I'll ask for a presentation.
Hello, my name is Kelly.
Kelly, you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
the
you can
mic.
go to the microphone and
Yep.
state your name and your address. Seems
My
redundant,
name is
but
Kelly, and my wife and I got this idea to come out and open a coffee shop called Coffee Outhouse. So we came out and we built this tiny little corner property right here, where the building is only 1,100 square feet. But as you can see, it's really got no parking. So we bought the adjacent lot here from the city in hopes of turning it into a parking lot. Now, the building's only 1,100 square feet. It's gonna be mostly carry out because there's not a lot of room to sit, a couple deuce tables maybe. Obviously, we would file guidelines, we'd have a nice, privacy fence around it. I own a landscape company, we would make sure it's heavily landscaped. We're gonna beautify it, provide a few jobs for the community, but I do need to have that rezoned into light commercial. Currently, it is, I believe, 2 residential, something like that, two resident. So I've been working with Dan to get a layout of a basic layout of how many parking spots we can get in to make sure the 2 employees at any shift can fit and a few customers. And this is what we've come up with. We enter off at 38 and exit out of the alley in the back. Talked to many of the residents around there, and they were all excited about it. No complaints. They were looking forward to it. So hopefully, if you see fit, I can change the zoning and put a parking lot in and open Coffee Outhouse. That's it.
okay. I'll ask for staff report.
Yes, you have a full staff report in your packets. As the applicant mentioned, Mr. Deal's looking to, they currently own The 830 East Lincoln, which was, used to be a beautician there. They own that when it turned into a coffee shop. It's a very small site, only, I think 0.17 acres, so they need some area for parking. And the vacant lot, that's subject to the rezoning here, as noted, the city did own it. There used to be a multifamily structure on that, became condemned, run down. City in 2017 condemned the property. 2018, we took title. October of last year, the building was demolished on the site. The following month, we sold that to the Deals, as was mentioned. So it's really a nice situation where they can now provide parking for the proposed coffee shop. There was a layout submitted by the applicant showing one way into the site, and staff kind of helped with the city engineer in laying out, or kind of helping to show where the flow of the traffic will be, just coming off Lincoln Highway down through the site with angled parking, and then exiting on to the alley that's goes here, and then there was exit over to 9th Street. So the number of, you're able to park about 10 spaces there. With the angled parking, it'd be one way in and out. As noted, the adjacent to residential in the east and west, so they'll have to put up a fence, 6-foot high privacy fence per the UDO. Also some landscaping, they're meeting the setbacks. They have to provide at least 5 feet on the east and west sides in terms of where the pavement can start, and then 10 feet off the alley. So they have a fence where next to residential. The fence won't go next to the 830, that's zoned light commercial. So the light commercial zoning is needed in order to turn the lot into a commercial parking lot. That's why they're requesting the rezoning. The number of spaces required, roughly based on what the information the applicant gave, would be about 7 parking spaces. That's based on the number of seats he's planning to provide inside, which is 15, and then also some spaces for the number of people on the maximum shift, which I guess will just be 2. So providing about 10 spaces there. Also will have the ability on the site at 830 to provide a handicap space, which will be required. I think they may be able to get another space on there too. So there's room for parking, traffic flows. They'll have a handicap space. The parking formula is shown on the plan there. How many is required, how many is provided. If approved, the rezoning, then they'll have to submit for a parking lot permit through the building department. And they may have to show a little more detail with drainage or a couple more notes, but we'll work that out with the applicant once they apply. This is just, the rezoning doesn't approve an exhibit, it just approves the rezoning. But this parking layout just kind of showing how things will work and how many spaces they can get onto the site. So with any rezoning, we have findings of fact for rezoning. The first, how it conforms with the comp plan and the trend of development in the surrounding area. Comprehensive plan, of course, reflects what was the building that was on the site before, residential, multifamily. So, but the 830 next door is zoned light commercial. There's commercial zoning across the street too of Lincoln Highway, so there's commercial zoning in the area. There's also the surrounding area in terms of multifamily is 2-family residential. But this works nice. It provides parking, and this will be a nice addition to the East Lincoln Highway corridor. It's been a site that the previous owner tried to have a few uses on there, and it just was so small that parking was not feasible. So we also look at the, make sure it conforms with the UDO, and it's shown with the preliminary parking plan that it can. It won't have a detrimental effect on the surrounding area. There's other commercial zoning across the Lincoln Highway. It's compatible with the area. There's no public comments opposing this. And adequate parking will be provided. So they're meeting all the 5 findings of fact for rezoning. As mentioned, there was no public input submitting in writing, and none tonight. So there's a sample motion recommending approval that is prepared. And as I noted, there's no exhibit approving a certain plan, parking lot plan. They'll have to do that when they apply for the building permit, using what they've provided and maybe a little bit more information.
Okay. With that, I'll close the public hearing since there are no public comments and open it up to the commission for questions.
I just comment, I drove down to look at the property, and Mr. Deal happened to be there when I stopped, and it makes good sense to me. That lot now is kind of grown up to weeds and it's kind of unsightly. I think this will be a real improvement, and obviously he needs parking for his proposed coffee shop, so I think it's a good idea, and I certainly support it.
Yeah, there's a few images that was in your packet too, showing from Lincoln Highway, just so I can show those, and then this is from the alley looking north up to Lincoln Highway. You can kind of see what's there.
Any other comments?
Given the size and the shape of the lot that you're looking at paving, it really doesn't allow for an opportunity for a drive-through at any point in time either, though. I can see
No,
that.
this is our first attempt. We want to start small, we get our feet wet, and learn the ropes, because we'd like to have a few of them. So we want to start small, nice and simple, so we make our mistakes small. And then our next one will have a larger building, bigger parking, more seating and drive-through. But we didn't want to put all of our money in one basket and flop, so we wanted to learn the hard way with the small one.
Certainly.
And just so you know, the drive-through, if they were proposed to add one, that's a special use. They'd have to come back with a zoning process with that. And I don't think they'd have room to do that,
Yeah,
probably here.
it doesn't
So,
look like it from the map.
Are you planning to keep the trees that are there? or
They're all
what?
gone, I took them all
They're
down.
all done, okay.
yeah, that's a street view Google from, I think, last summer, so it's not quite updated. That is a current view from the alley looking north.
Any other comments or questions? I think it'll be a nice addition. I'm glad to see someone take it over. So I'll ask for a motion to approve.
Yeah, I'll do it. Based on the submitted petition and testimony presented, I move the Planning and Zoning Commission forward its finding of fact and recommend to the City Council approval of a zoning map amendment for the TFR, two-family residential district, to the LC, light commercial district, on the subject site located at 822 East Lincoln Highway.
Motion by Flaherty,
Second.
seconded by Klein. So moved.
I'll call roll. Becker?
Yes.
McMahon?
Yes.
O'Flaherty?
Yes.
Klein?
Yes.
Doe? Wright? Maxwell?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you. Look forward to seeing the plans.
Thank you very much, hopefully it's a success.
I'm sure we'll be.
Thank you. So with that, we'll move to the second amendment of the agenda, final plat, re-subdivision, a petition by Stephen, sorry, I need to zoom in, Goldman for approval of the subdivision of lots, re-subdivision of lots 49 and 50 in the Bridges River Mist, Unit 2 subdivision located along the Quinton Avenue, final plat of the Goldman re-subdivision.
So while the applicant speak, this is not a public hearing, it's just a plat review, so the applicant will present, then I'll give
Presentation.
my report, then there could be commission discussion and then a motion.
Good evening, thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Stephen Goldman. We currently bought lots 49 and 50 on Quinlan Avenue in River Mist, and we'd like to combine them into one lot so that we can build a home on that one slightly larger lot. We went through all the utility easements and got the information we needed from that. There's the design of the lots as they sit, with the vacating of the central easements, maintaining the back easements for the berm as well as for the utilities, as well as maintaining the utility easements on the side for the other homes that are already present. There are homes on each side of those lots already, residential homes. And we also have our site plan and some home plans that were in the packet if you'd like to review.
Okay, thank you. I'll open up the staff report.
As Mr. Goldman mentioned, the request is pretty simple, a plat of re-subdivision. It shows the two lots here. So with the middle lot, he desires to place a home on the site, and so the lot lines has to be removed. You can't place a home on the lot line. That'd be a setback violation. And then each lot in the Bridges of River Mist, and a lot of newer subdivisions do have a 5-foot easement along the sides of each lot. So what we look for there, in terms of vacating them, which is shown on the plat, is to get the okay from the various utility companies who have rights to that easement. And Mr. Goldman got approvals from all those, did a lot of work to get them, all the letters in there, including the packet, releasing that. There's no sanitary or water main through that area. So he has all the approvals that would create one lot from both. And then the plat does show that, of course. That's just to kind of blow up as showing the two lots. The middle lot line will disappear. There's a landscape easement on the back that will remain, along with the back easement there on the rear yard. But the two 5-foot utility easements on the side, shown in gray there, will be vacated with this approval of this plat. So that will allow the home to be constructed, and he did provide a layout showing the home on access to Quinlan Avenue with the one access. We did ask for the plat, and they did add that there only be one access to Quinlan Avenue from this particular lot. Of course, no access to Rich Road, which was already on the plat. And he did show the building elevations for the new home. So the approval, this approves the plat, not the homes, not the home itself or design. That'll be through a building permit. But just wanted to have you show, or Mr. Goldman show exactly what was going to be kind of shown on the site, so make sure it fits and not in the way of any the fire hydrant or any other type of improvements out there. So I did include a couple photos just showing from the street. You know, obviously a flat vacant lot. So
Yeah, we have a lot of those in River Mist.
yeah,
We looked at a lot.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Before we had those.
So we'd recommend approval of the plat. There's a sample motion prepared that does approve the plat of re-subdivision dated September 1st, and that's labeled as Exhibit A.
Thank you. I'll open it up to questions by the commission.
I live right around the corner practically from there, and ride my bike by it about 3 times a week, and I don't see any problem doing this.
I'm with Ron, we're in the neighborhood too and love River Mist. I'm sure you'll love living there.
Yes, I could currently rent just down the street.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
I'm just a little farther west on Quinlan right now,
Oh, great.
and we're looking to, get our home together, and this is gonna kind of be the forever home, and
Perfect.
so we've got Ron Barilla Construction, who's already been doing the work for us on that side, and it was a lot of hoops to jump through to get the utility companies, but
Yeah.
Well, you won't see it this year because the house won't be built, but
well, if
Be ready
anyone
for
needs it
next year's
again,
Halloween.
I kept a list of everyone's name from the utility company, so if anyone else comes needing it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did a lot of work to
I'll be
get
more than
that.
happy
We'll
to
use
find
that
them.
information.
I had to track
Yes.
Frontier down through Twitter, was the only way they got back to me was through Twitter.
Excellent. Okay, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I'll move that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of the final plat of the Goldman re-subdivision dated September 1st, 2020, prepared by Hannah Surveyors as shown in Exhibit A.
second.
Motion by McMahon, seconded by Becker. All, roll call?
Becker,
Yes.
McMahon,
Yes.
O'Flaherty,
Yes.
Klein,
Yes,
Doe, Wright, Maxwell.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Wish you the best in your new home.
Look forward to watching it go up. We walk and run through there, my wife and I, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Take care, good luck.
Okay, staff reports?
Yes, next meeting, let's see, I didn't write notes for this, but
21st.
we'll be back on Monday as a regular time, September 21st. No hearings yet for that, so unless some plan comes in, that will probably be canceled. Next meeting after that is October 5th, which we did receive a variance application for a fence in the city, so we're reviewing that. That should be ready for October 5th. Some of the recent council action, I know coming up in the meeting on Monday, we did an RFP for the City Hall block, and that's had 3 proposals submitted, reviewed by council, coming back with a resolution approving one from John Pappas for a residential rental project there, very similar in terms of the type of unit as he's done in other projects, Isaac Suites and Agora Tower, higher-end executive suites. We also will have some approvals from the previous commission meeting. I believe I'll have to take a look back what those were. From your last commission meeting on the 20th, we'll be on the city council. That's all I had.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Any other comments? With that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Moved by O'Flaherty,
I'll second.
seconded by McMahon. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
I
Have
was
a good
gonna
evening.
vote no, just so I didn't have to go home, so.